Sir, you can start the class.
Yeah, thank you. Just a minute. I'll just share my screen and I will start.
Sir, can you please check with your mic actually?
Oh, sorry. I just keep in mute and I'm talking. Sorry. Um, yeah. So actually, I just tried to say that. So today we see the continuations of the last class, and we're going to see how to create a Linux in the cloud environment because in two class before I have mentioned that. So if someone having issue with the creating um, Linux in the virtual box because of some specification issue, I say that I'll show you how to create that in the cloud platform. So that we'll see today. Okay, so first I'll complete that virtual box part. Then we'll go into the phishing attacks and ransomware, and we see the DOS attacks and everything. So because last class we just see only about what is malware and what are the types of malwares are there, how we can able to create a malware. I mean, in malware we see so much of topics. In that way, I show you that how to create a Trojan horse malware. Okay, so in today we see that how we can able to perform DOS and what is the actual impact of DOS and how we can able to remediate that. That everything we'll see and we'll move forward. Yeah. So first, we need to, I mean, we see how to create a Linux in the cloud platform. Few of them will know how to create that, but few of them will, if don't know how to create, I'll explain each and every step. So before that, we need to log in into the AWS cloud platform. So first, what you need to do is just go to the aws.amazon.com. Okay, so you see that we have an option to create an account. Okay, so just a minute. I'll just create open the incognito tab because already I have logged into the AWS account. Even if I try to click on create or sign in directly, it will move on to this page. So I will show you in the incognito tab, aws.amazon.com. Okay, so just click on create account. Okay, so once you click on create account, you can see login email, and you can it will ask the account name. So the email ID you can use the Gmail ID, or else your college ID, whatever the ID you have in your hand. So you can use that ID to create that account. So for 6 month of period they will give it for free. So after that they will charge for some particular services. I'll show you how you can able to see the charges that not in the deeper way. I'll just show you what you can do. That's it. Yeah, because we are our concept is like completely related to the cybersecurity. I'm showing here instead of virtual, what other option we have to create in the virtual platform. So we have the cloud here. Okay, so once we give the username, email ID and username, click on verify. So directly it will send the OTP. Once you give the OTP, it will ask few details. Total we have 5 steps. Already I done the 5 steps. That's why I got this account. Okay, so here I'm not going to use any other email. Just I'm explaining that how you can able to create that. Once you click on verify, you will get a OTP. After that, it will ask your home address, and it will ask your I mean license. You need to upload the license proof. Then it will ask your card details. Okay, because to create this account you need to do some payment, so then only the account will get create. So just AWS will charge 2 rupees for the account creation, just 2 rupees for the account creations. Once you given the card details, it will the AWS will charge 2 rupees from the account. So then you can able to disable from that account. You can use some and just make sure. So while you are trying to what to say, create that ad, I mean giving the card detail, make sure the card should enable with the international transactions, otherwise you can't able to create that. Okay, so yeah, so once you create, so it general payment transaction will happen, then it will move on to the account. Okay, for some of them the account will take to, I mean take long time to complete the verification. For few of them accounts directly will get open. Okay, so if you click on, I mean in this this is the dashboard. Okay, so directly just go to the EC2 instance, it will show here. Otherwise you can click here, that you have the dots here in side, I mean left and right top corner, you see some of few dots. So if you click on here, you can see some customize enable and containers compute. Okay, once you click on compute, you see that EC2 is there. So Elastic Cloud Computing. So you can click this. Yeah, so on you just click on Lance instance. So with the help of this, you can create a Linux platform. Okay, so you just give the name here. So you can use any name. I'm just giving name called admin. So or else I give the Kali. Okay, so then you have an option to select the Amazon machine image. Here you have only the few options like Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, and you have options of Windows, SU Linux, Debian. So nowadays, I mean, initially you see that Kali Linux will be there, but nowadays they just remove the Kali because of due to some security reasons. They remove the Kali Linux from the cloud platform. Okay, even you can not only, I mean, you can use AWS, or else you can go with any other cloud platform like you have UpCloud and you have uh, Microsoft Azure. So you can select any other cloud platform. That's not an issue. So specific, I'm just showing in the AWS account. You can create a Debian operating system here because Kali Linux most of the time, I mean, mostly depends on the Debian. Okay, Kali is a flavor. So operating system is like a Debian. From that, they customize and they create the Kali Linux. So we can select the Debian here, or else you can go with the Ubuntu. Okay, so most of the time when you are working for some organization, so if the, I mean, we have type of security testing, two types of security testing. One is like internal security testing, another one is like external security testing. So like we can say that internal penetration testing, another one is like external penetration testing. Internal penetration testing in the sense, um, I will take my laptop and connect in the Wi-Fi of that organization. From that, I will do the testing because I'm try. So we are just projecting in the two ways. One is like external. Why external in the sense completely like a black hat hackers. So how they will approach this target server and how they will do attacks. Whatever the hackers will do, right? The same way I will approach and I'll see whether I can able to exploit the target. The second way is like, so even though the attacker is in the internal network, like under the same Wi-Fi of is that possible attacker can able to do some sort of attacks on the, what type of attacks attacker can able to perform. So that and all called internal security testing. Okay, so most of the time when you are doing the internal security testing, what they will do, they will create a I mean, because while doing the internal security testing, you can't able to take your laptop and connect with their Wi-Fi because there are some policies. The most of the organization will not allow to connect our laptop into their Wi-Fi network. Okay, because they feel that, so there may be a chance, because even though we are going for the security testing, okay, we go to that organization and we are doing the security testing, that we know, even they also know that. So the findings, and they will not believe that okay, we're going to do only the same. They will think that okay, if there is any external data if they got, then there is a problem. Okay, so that's why they say that okay, so if you want to perform some sort of security testing for the internal under the internal network, so they will provide the laptop with whatever the specification we are suggesting. They will give the laptop in the same spec with the operating system to perform the testing. That is a one of the way. Okay, so that type of testing only can do which operating system, I mean, whatever the systems are under the same Wi-Fi. Okay, but nowadays we are using mostly in the cloud platform. Okay, so initially we see that okay, if there is 100 server for their organization, if all the 100 server will be in the same place. Okay, they will create a space for the to maintain the 100 servers. They will keep all the system in the same places. Okay, so that is the one part. Okay, they will keep all the system in the one place. So we can take their laptop and connect with the Wi-Fi and we can do the testing. But nowadays, partially 50% of laptop, they, I mean, system, they will keep it in the physical, and 50% they will they are moving to the cloud, because uh, cloud having some of the features like use, I mean, once based on the usage they can able to pay the payment for the cloud service. That's why they are moving to the cloud nowadays. If you want to perform some sort of testing in the cloud environment, so even that is a like a internal type of internal penetration testing. Internal penetration testing in the sense, already I said that. So we should be in the part of that particular Wi-Fi. Then only we can able to perform the internal penetration testing. If the system is in the same place, same under the same organization, then fine, we can connect with the Wi-Fi and we can do the testing. But cloud is completely different. So because they are creating the server in the cloud, and the server is also not in their place, it will be in the some other place, and the Wi-Fi is completely different, everything's are completely different. Okay, so that time what they will do, they will create a one of the system, like the Ubuntu or Debian from this AWS platform, and they will make sure that this particular the creating of the Linux platform in the same Wi-Fi of that cloud system. Okay, so where you, from where you can able to verify, here is the options. So you can see the network. So in the network you can see this is the default settings. You don't want to change anything here. This is the default setting. If you keep it the default settings, all the system will be in the same Wi-Fi network. Okay, so I mean, not like a default setting. So this is a one of the options. If you keep this in the default settings, right? So if you create initially 5 system and you are creating one more system, right? So all the system will be in the same Wi-Fi of the cloud platform. So you should make sure this should be in the default. So we need to prefer the Ubuntu and Debian. The target may be any type of operating system that they can use Amazon, they can use Windows, they can use Red Hat, they can use any type of operating system. But for a attacker machine, we should prefer on the Ubuntu and Debian. Okay, because Debian and Ubuntu will help to install all that. I mean penetration related tools. That's why we are preferring the Debian here. Okay, fine. So here you see that Debian version. So by default here it's showing the 13 version is 13. If you see what is the latest version of the Debian, see, this is the latest version 13. Okay, so Debian 13 is the latest version. Even you can see here the same version because mostly in cloud they will not keep the old versions. Whatever the latest version is coming up, they will keep that one. Okay, so for example, you can ask me that okay, if the while creating your operating system, you created the version 12, but now the version is 13. Is that they will remove that old one? Not like that. So you can use the same, but you in future if you try to create any Linux system under the Debian, you will get the 13. You will not get the 12 old versions. Okay, in future creations, you will not get that old version. So this is the description of that. So we don't want to disturb this description. Then we have architectures. Mostly it will be in the 64-bit architectures, and you see that user will be the admin. So most of the time, when you got the access of the system, you have the admin access. Okay, then you just create the instance type. So here you have options to create the memory performance and RAM. Just check the memory. Here you have 1 GB of memory, and here you have 2 GB of memory, 4 GB. So for free tier you have different options, you can take anything. So other than that, you see that there are some hidden options, and some of the options. Okay, fine. For now, they just changed all the version. Only free version can be eligible for to usage. Okay, fine. So here you see that. So up to 8 GB of memory, you can use it for the free for some period of time, not for the complete. For some period of time, you can use it this 8 GB, or else you can select 4 GB. As of now, I'm just selecting 1 GB of RAM. Because I'm not going to do anything with this because I have a Kali Linux in my system. So here just I'm showing how we can able to create the Linux in the cloud. That's it. And here you need to create a key pair. Key pair in the sense it's like a password of the Linux system. So you can type Kali. Okay, I'm just giving the same name here. So actually this is not an actual password. Once you click on create, we this AWS will uh, allow to download some file. Okay, so once you open that file, you see some random value in the long characters. So I'll show you that anyhow. So create a key pair. So see here, you got some file here. Okay. So once you open this, see, just double click. Just open this in the notepad. Okay, just once. See, this is the actual password file. Okay. So you see here, this is the password file. Okay. So, and you can select the network. Just keep the default for as of now because we are going to do some sort of practice, right? So for that, we no need to change anything in the network path or other things. Just make sure the SSH and HTTPS are enabled. That's it. Okay. Main thing you should make sure that SSH is enabled here. If you click like this, like if you disselect, I mean remove the selections, so you can't able to access the system because if while creating some Linux in the cloud platform, that system will created in the AWS environment. Okay, so you can't directly visit physically to access that system. You have an option only to access via over the network. To access over the network, we need this particular service to access because SSH is a service to access the Linux over the internet. Okay, so and one more thing is that you will not get any graphical mode. You will get only the command line interface like CLI. Okay, so you can able to access only the command line. That through the command line you can access the entire system. So then you can see here storage of the system. Okay, so storage you can give 8 or else you can take up to 30 GB for the free of cost. So if you are using more than this, sure they will charge amount. Okay, just 30 GB is fine for now. Okay, then just click on launch. Okay, so you see that the Linux will got create. Yeah, so you see here, so you have the options running. So status check initializing. Instead of here, you will get a 2/2 or 3/3 check. Okay, it means so all the type of everything so get all the issues or get shut out. There is no more issues, so you can access the system and you can use the system. Okay, so for that we need to get that options. So instead of refreshing here, you have a refresh option here. If you click on refresh, you see that only the specific things will get reloaded. Instead of reloading the entire application, the entire AWS platform, you just click on this and refresh the instance place. Okay, so once this got uh, okay, right, there you have a command. So just go to connect here. So you have options like SSH -I and call. You have the command here. Just copy this command. Okay, so open the command prompt. Where is it? Open the command prompt. Just go to downloads. So, okay, CD downloads. Okay, because I just download. I have the kali-linux.pem file in the download folder. There only I can able to run this command because see, you see here. Okay, uh, connect. So kali.pem. Okay, this is the actual file. So we download for that particular server which we have created now. For that particular server, we created this kali.pem for as a password file. Okay, so I can run this command only inside the downloads folder. Okay, just paste it here. Okay, just hit enter. You see, it will ask you, are you sure to continue with the connecting? Just click on yes. Okay, so you can directly connect with the system. Okay, so you can see it's admin. So sudo su directly you can change it as a root user as well. Okay, admin is a super user, so root is the admin user. Okay, super user in the sense, so you have some privileges, not a complete privilege. Only have some sort of privilege. So if you want to install some sort of tools related to the penetration testing, so you need root access. You have the root access as well. And one more thing, you can't do any sort of penetration testing activity like so nearby your friends. I mean, you have your friend system and you try to do some sort of scan, right? That time you can't able to do. Only you can able to test whatever the application, the public network, right? So only that application you can able to do the test. If the application servers is available for the public access from a just like from anywhere you can able to access. If the if the system is like that, that IP you can able to do some sort of scans. Okay, so for example, just see here, I'll show you that. Okay, so I'll just check my IP config. Okay, this is my actual system IP. Okay, so 192.168.29.234. This is my actual system IP. What I am doing now, I'll do nmap scan. Sorry, I need to install here. IPT install nmap. Okay, apt update. So if you got some error like this, right, unable to locate the package of nmap, so then you just do the update. Once you did the update, you will get all the packages. So just run this command again. See, you have the package now. Okay, so this is the actual what actually is going to install. What is the dependency to run the nmap, and what and all the suggest package and summary. So how much files going to upgrade, installing file, removing file, upgrading file. So this all you can see, and how much space you need, how much available spaces are there. Okay, So only MB of memory is enough to run this nmap. Okay. See, okay. So now I can run the nmap command, nmap FNS capital letter T. So actually, I think I already explained this commands in the previous classes. So see here, I'm just running. You see the host is 0. So even the IP is there. You can see the you have I have the IP. Okay. So if I do the scan for this IP, it's showing 0 host. 0 host in the sense this particular IP is not available for the available in the network. It's not available in the internet. Okay. So even you say that okay, without internet, how you are doing some conversation in the Zoom. Already we are in the internet, right? Why again it's showing 0 host or up? Because the IP what I am scanning here, that is my private IP. Private IP only help to perform the scan inside the how to say inside the Wi-Fi network, not from any other system. Okay, so actually we open the DB on Linux from our system. Okay, so the physical system of this particular Debian is not in my Wi-Fi network. It is in some other place, like under the Amazon Wi-Fi. Okay, so Amazon having some place, so they created the system, that physical system, everything there. I'm just accessing virtually from here. Okay, so actually they connected under their Wi-Fi. Okay, so that's why we are not able to perform any scan which is having the private IP. Okay, so if you want to do scan for other site like which domains are having access is having publicly, right? So I'll show you that. I'll use demo.testfire.net. Okay, so this is the actual site. For this, I can do the scan. See, so just copy, paste. Okay, FNS capital letter T. You see here, port 80 443 8080 8443 are open here. Okay, so because this is the publicly available domain. Okay, only publicly available domain we can perform the scan. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is the way we can able to create a Linux in the cloud environment. Okay. So then you can use the tools, whatever the tools you want, you can install here. So related to Kali. Okay. So yeah. So still now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So in creating EC2 instance, or else if you have any other doubts, I can explain you on that. Okay, I think I hope everyone are clear in this topic. So then we move for a bit next level. Okay, so in last classes we see that so what is malware, type of malware, everything, and we use some MS of Venom tool to create um, Trojan files that will help you to get the access of the target system. It's like a remote code executions. Okay, so then we have another one applications, I mean another one type of malware called ransomware. Okay, that is also a bit complicated virus. At even you have an option to deduct the what to say remote code executions. If someone is running some sort of malware file in your target, I mean in your system, I have a way to identify. The way will be like, so you can monitor the port number. So the with the help of port number you can able to access that. I mean you can find that. So this is the system, this is the hacker system, just imagine. Okay, If if this system is giving the data to this system, right, sure, there will be a port number. So with the help of that port number we can able to identify, because the port number in who I mean in your system, whatever the port number is running, sure, we know that. Okay, so if any other port number which is not currently active, if there is any other port numbers running, right, then you easily you can identify and you do the analysis and you can stop the data transaction for that. Okay, so one thing is like I show you that. So with the help of TCP view, you can able to find whatever the whatever the data, how much data is transferred via the particular applications, and you can see whatever the service are running, and you can easily find that. Okay, so after find that, what you can do first, you need to disconnect the internet, then you need to try to stop that particular service. Okay, you need to end the task of that service. So some of the malware, what happens, of even if you try to kill that by a malware, right, there is a task called, you see the file name called abc.exe is running, and you know that it's transferring some around 50 MB of data to the target system. Okay, and it's using some other unwanted ports like 4456. Okay, it's using some other different ports. Just imagine like a different ports. It's not proper, I mean, active ports. It's like inactive ports. Okay, if it is got activated, right, then we know that there is some sort of data malicious activities running. If you want to kill this file, right, so sometimes what happen directly in the task manager, you can read and you can kill the file. Okay, sometimes what happen, you can't, even if you kill that file, it will activate again. Okay, because if the system is connected over the internet, so the malware will not allow to kill that file. Okay, so for that, what you need to unplug the file from the internet, then only you can able to kill. And you need to run it in the safe mode. Okay, once you run this application system in the safe no mode, all the background activities got stopped, then easily you can able to kill that file. Okay, so even you can run some sort of antivirus to kill that file. Okay, so in the same way, so there is a file called ransomware. Okay, so ransomware, in the last classes I just explained what is actually ransomware. Ransomware will help you to um, damage your system. Okay, all the type of malware will damage the system, each malware having some unique characters. In that way, ransomware will encrypt all your system. Okay, so if you want to run some of the ransomware, you can go and download the ransomware from internet. Okay, so WannaCry ransomware, or else you can download from malware bazaar. So here you see is n number of malwares. So you can download from here and you can do some malware analysis, or else you can try to execute and see actually how the application, how the system is infected, and what are the files got infected, how you can get back that system. That type of practice you can do from here. You once you go to the malware database, you see all the type of malware here. Okay, what is this? Okay, see, you can download a number of malwares from here. Okay, so each some you can see here. This is the MSI file, this is the zip file, this is the exe file. So this is the JS file, this is the ELF file. Even you see that there are few malwares can able to run for Linux, few malwares for Windows, few malwares for even you see for some of the malware for um, what to say, Mac. Okay, so we can't say that only this will affect Windows, this will affect the Linux, not like that. So the based upon the extension, it will affect different systems. Okay, fine. So you can download it from here. So specifically, if you want to download the WannaCry, you can type WannaCry here. Okay, this is your one type of ransomware. Actually, why I'm specifically giving this ransomware is because initially, before WannaCry ransomware, also we have we see most of the attack related to the ransomware virus, but actually when they launched the WannaCry ransomware, after that only the ransomware name got familiar, and there is a lot of ransomware virus or getting created, and you see here, so so many type of ransomwares are there. Okay, so WannaCry is the, I mean, point. We know that okay, there is a one of the malware called ransomware. Okay, so directly you can download WannaCry. Mhm, mhm. Just a minute, I'll just show you that link. So if you want to try this from WannaCry ransomware, just use, I mean, first install the Windows system in the virtual box, or else just use the separate laptop for that. So nobody can use a separate laptop for that. So instead of that, just install in the virtual box Windows 7 or else 10, 11, whatever the operating system you have. So just install in the virtual box, then and disconnect the internet from the for the virtual box. Okay, so once you disconnect, then you can install. So then you know how it's getting reacted. Just a minute, I'll see if there is any other file. See here, I'm just downloading Windows 7 from this one. Okay, so even you can use this link to download. I'll just drop in the chat so everyone can able to get Windows 7 from here. Okay, so it's take 5 minutes to download, no issue. So meanwhile, we'll see the remaining concept. Then we'll see how the malware is getting. I mean, how the ransomware will react and how we can able to perform. So I'll use VirtualBox. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Before that, I'll just remove the remaining because for me, I don't have a memory that much. Okay, okay. So I will download ransomware from ransomware WannaCry. So you see that anti-WannaCry is there. So anti-WannaCry in the sense, so if this WannaCry file, if you install right, I mean, if you unfortunately if you click this file and your system is got affected, so you can download this anti WannaCry file. So using this, you can able to retrieve that file. I mean, entire systems. Okay, you can get back that system normally because I mean so for this WannaCry, they found the way to get back, but for some of the ransomware, we don't have an option for the like that. In ransomware we have two types. One is like online and offline. So once the ransomware got installed in your system, right, you see that there will be a text file. In that text file there is some of the code. Okay, through that code you can able to identify whether it is online or offline, because directly, I mean, once the virus got affected, right, we can't say that okay, this is the online, this is the offline. Okay, anyhow, if your system got affected with the ransomware, right, if not with the ransomware, if any type of malware, first our step will be like disconnecting from the internet. Okay, so once after disconnected, if the virus is not get spread to the entire system, then we feel that okay, we'll imagine that this is the offline, I mean online ransomware. If even though if it is got spread, right, we say that this is the online ransomware, I mean offline ransomware. Based on that differentiation, we say that okay, this is the online and offline. But there's the actual way you can able to find with the help of that text file once the virus got affected. So there is a text file, txt file. From that you can, you see that you have some code. That code will say that okay, it's a offline or it's a online. Just a minute. So I'm not going to download the WannaCry in my system. I will use this Windows. Okay, on this Windows, I'm going to download the WannaCry ransomware, and I'll show you how it's look like and once it's got affected and what way I can able to do to retrieve that ransomware. I mean, get back my system. So while you do the, I mean, try to do analysis like that, right? Make sure before clicking any file, just make sure whether if it is got effect or not. Okay. So just blind, don't click the any files directly. Just see what is this file, everything. Then you just do the try to download it. Okay. So I'll just use this one because I thought of like this the WannaCry have the .exe file in this zip file. So I'll download this. You can see where and all this WannaCry got affected. So you can see all the list of and locations where everything you can see here. So, and there are few more, not only this much of place. So we have lot of place the ransomware got affected when they release this. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do, just right click, I'll directly open this with the virtual box. So because I just downloaded the OVA file here. So OVA file in the sense you don't want to like installing the operating system like normally. So booting, then you will press F12, then you will install right the Linux, I mean Windows or Linux. So not in that way. So if I right click and open in the virtual box, like directly it will get open. So I don't want to spend time to install. See here, you can see it's got importing the application. That's it. Directly it will get import and I can able to access that. I'm not getting any file. Just wait for the time to import this. So meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So I'll just try to download that WannaCry file. It's not a folder, it's a file. It's like a image file. Okay, it's not actually what is it that? Um, OVA file in the sense it's a type of image file. So we know that ISO file, right? Using that ISO, we can able to boot that file. So using that boot file, we can install the operating system uh, in your laptop, or else you can use that more to install the operating system in the virtual box with the help of that ISO file. So if you use the ISO file, you need to perform step-by-step procedures to install the complete Windows 7. Okay, so window OVA file in the sense, so you know don't want to install. See, I just imported that file. So once I click on start writer, it will not ask me to press F12 and it will not ask the drive to which drive to install anything. Okay, it's already completed the installation, and once I click on start, directly I see that welcome screen. I can able to access the Windows 7. Okay, so I don't want to install anything there. Even you can also create that OVA file. So with the help of VirtualBox, once you install the Windows or else Linux in this VirtualBox, you have installed all the type of tools, whatever the tool you want in that Linux, you install everything, right? So after that, what you can do, you have an option to import and export here. Okay, so one option will help you to import the file from your system. Export in the sense you can export the file from here to your system, like this format, this one to OVA file. If I click on right, just clicking here, so export application, you see here Linux format, you see here .ova, it will create a OVA file. So if I create that OVA file format for this one, so all the type of tools, whatever the files I have created, tools, whatever till current, whatever I did, right, all the things are converted into the image and it will create the OVA format. So if I use the same format in any other laptop to open, right, so the same whatever the file I have in my system, the same file they can also see. They don't want to install again for the Kali Linux. So if you want to download the WannaCry phone from your system, so you should what to say, uh, use VirtualBox. Okay, don't use any other laptop or directly in the physical system. Don't use like that. So configure, use the VirtualBox and see. Once you have the VirtualBox, so click here and go to the network option. Instead of branch, you just create no attached. No attached in the sense there is no internet or nothing. Okay, so just click on OK and start here. Okay, no internet means I mean, the reason why I'm disconnecting from the internet, because if I'm not going to install any normal file, I'm going to install the malware file. So there is a chance of spreading the malware over the network. Okay, so that's why from this system to another system, there is so much of chances. That's why what I am doing, I'm just trying to disconnect the internet. Then I'm opening that file. Okay, so first of all, to download, what you need to do, you need to connect with the internet. After download that file, fine. First, I need to connect with the internet because I want to download the file, right? So after download that file, you can disconnect from the internet. So settings, network. I have a NAT adapter. Okay. So I'm going to use this file because I have a zip file here. Copy, and I have an option for drag and drop bidirectional, and I have just select clipboard also. I'll make it bidirectional. Enable clipboard options. Sorry. Okay, so now I will get a sorry restart now. So I'll just checking that whether I can able to access the Google or not. I got the internet option here. Update your browser. Okay, anyhow we know that this is a too old browser. Uh, Chrome download. We see whether we can able to download some sort of Chromes. Okay, even we can't able to install anything here. Uh, so I'll just try by manual. Slash by. VirtualBox will have the internet connection. So see here, if you go to the settings here, right, you have the option for the internet. Okay, so we have the bridge adapter. You can see here. Okay, you can use the internet connection. So for this one, I am using the NAT adapter here. So if you don't want, you can unplug from the internet. Not like that. So only virtual VMware workstation will help you on the internet options. So just NAT. Okay, github.com. WannaCry, I'll just download tag. So slash by, why it's coming here, slash byt3n 33dl3 slash 2.0 slash 3 slash main. I think because of the Windows 7 we are getting this error. So otherwise, at least if we have the Chrome browser, right, then at least we can able to do something. Even we are not able to do that as well. Uh, just a minute. I'll try to do one thing. I'll try to transfer the file from my system to this one. So I'll just try to download the Chrome browser on my system. From here, I'll move on there. Download Chrome. Okay. So So I can download the Windows 8 as well, but it will take time. That's why I am preferring to use the Windows, what to say, Windows 7. Remain me later. Actually, Windows 7 is the completely outdated one, so will not get any update or any support from Microsoft because they officially announced that Windows 7 will not help. Uh, so it's taking time from my end because I am using so much because you see that I have only minimum level of memory in my system, not so much. So I have only minimum level of memory. Even I am keep on running the system from long period, long hours, right? So that's why it's getting slow. Other nothing. See, yeah, you see here, it's only 17.6 GBs of free. Okay, it's completely in the red. So that's why it's getting this much of memory. So anyway, I just want to make it clear. Let's see. Once I did that, then I'll do that. I have options. Bidirectional, bidirectional. Okay. I need to install this. Then I can able to directly copy. I mean, drag and drop that Chrome file from my system to here. So after installing this, the system will get restart. Then you will get that options. Reboot now. So now I think we can able to drag and drop that once it's got open. Taking time to open. Just give me a minute. I try to kill some of the applications and I'll make the system memory free. I think because of that C drive low memory, right? That's why I'm getting this type of issues. So I'll try to remove the storage. Reserve file. What? It's taking time to open. Okay. Mm, I mean, best resource in the sense, I mean, I will suggest that you just read any type of, I mean, mostly how I will do that. I will just go through with the blogs first. What I will do, so the pathway is like first. The thing is like so focus on any one of the topics so we have a number of penetration testing, cybersecurity, things. So just focus on any one first, focus on a server side of penetration testing or else application side penetration testing. Okay, so once you start focusing on any one, then easily you can get it to the next level. If you focus on web, automatically you will come to know about the network. If you focus on network, you will come to know about the web applications. So just focus on any one first. Second thing is like once you start focusing on that, right? So you need, I mean, if you are looking for the first you start focusing on the web, then you need to understand the application logic in the sense first understand about the uh, application scenario. So what each and every application, what type of scenario will be there. So just take some e-commerce site and do analysis. You can go with the you can go with some sort of what to say. mm, but I mean, you can take from the background platform, background or else HackerOne platform. There you see different types of application. If you open and if you start creating, you will understand that okay, how many different types of application logics are there, and each and every industry, what type of logics are they are following. That you will come to understand. The next thing is like you should understand application, how to say, application understanding, logic understanding. Okay, logic in the say okay, if there is a input, what type of logic they will use, how they will create a secure code architectures, that things you have to understand that. So then you start working on the OWASP top 10 framework. That is the flow for the web application. Second thing is like for network, if you plan, just first understand these IP OSA layers and how the firewall will react and how the firewall will respond. Then understand about the nmap, then go with network level of attacks. So you need to understand these things basically. Then you should know about the Linux commands and you should know about the Windows commands, and you need to know what and all the services are running in the Windows, and each and what is the usage of each and every how to say, each and every services. That everything you should know that. So this is the only the way. And if you want to learn that, just go with the blog. You need to read multiple blogs, not in, don't stick on any one books, just read multiple blogs. The blog will help you I mean, help you to give understanding of that particular scenarios, because the blog will write by some of the expertise who have some experience on that particular things. They will write the blog, and even they will provide their knowledge on that. One from one blog you will get one type of scenario, one second blog you'll get the another second type of scenario. So scenarios you will get multiple scenarios. Yeah, sure, you need the programming language. So it's not depends on any one particular language. You should know multiple language. So for web application, if you're doing some ASP.NET type of application testing, you should know that. So PHP, then maybe there is some of the application run in the PHP. So based on the application, you should, what to say, based on the application, you need to understand the code. Ah, think we got that. Now I'll try to transfer. Okay, where is that? Chrome. Yeah, I got the Chrome. So I can download from here now. Oh God. Or else I'll do one thing. I'll directly download this file on my system. For that, I know I can't able to download. Check for malware. Download suspicious file. Anyway, I'm not going to install. Just I'm going to move from here to this system. Just I'll move from here and I'm going to delete from my system. Okay, extract all, extract. Okay, asking password. I just download from here. The password may be okay. Again, we lose this. Okay, let's see. We'll try this or else we move on to the next topic. So this one I'll show you by tomorrow. I'll just try it for the last, or else we move on to the next topic because we don't want to stick in the same one for a long time. So I just try a different one. So if I'm not get, so I'll try to get this. Okay, fine. So now we are not getting any option to download. So I don't want to waste the time on this. I'll just show you how we can able to install and we can decode this by tomorrow. Okay. So meanwhile, now we see about the phishing topic and then we move on for the DOS attack. So phishing, everyone will know. Just meanwhile, I have some questions. So for beginning good with Python is enough, yeah. So at least try to learn some any one programming, but don't I mean see like how to create some how to run addition program, subtraction program, just character based, not like that. So try to use that Python program to create some sort of applications and try to do some things from the normal one. Okay, don't just work with some basic things. If you go bit next, then you will get some idea about the code, and you can know, you will know about the what under the library files, so that you learn so much of things. Okay, fine. So the next thing is like suggest some blog. See, that's why there's no nothing. There's nothing. So if you want to read something, right, what most of the time will do. So if you want to learn something about malware, right, so just type ransomware blog medium. That's it. So you can see a number of blog here. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So directly you can see multiple blogs. Just go and you can say, select on any one blog. You can read it. I can't say that only this blog will give you the complete result. This blog will give you the complete result. Each and every blog depends upon their experience. They will provide the details. Okay, even for, from my end, I see different types of experience from the WannaCry ransomware handling. Okay, someone see in the different way. So everyone having some sort of experience, right? Based on the experience, the blog, if you read the blog, you will get multiple scenarios. Just books that and all will help you. That's also good, but not like so scenario based. So if you go with the blogs, you will get a something like scenario point. Okay, so short and sweet, you will get something experience. You will get experience based learning. That's why I'm suggesting try with the blogs. Okay. So there is no specific blog, only you can read this, read like this. So just go and you can learn, because some of them will read about write about the ransomware, some of them will write about some different sort of malwares. Okay, fine. So we see the phishing now. So phishing, everybody will know that. Phishing is like what is that? Um, so we do some sort of spoofing. I mean not a spoofing. So we create same like ditto like some of the social media platform website, and we'll send it to some of the target, and we'll inform them like, okay, if you click on this link you will get some sort of file, and we'll say that mm, you will get, I mean, based upon the target mindset will create that phishing link. Okay, so using that phishing link, if for example if your target is someone ABC, so that ABC will eager to learn something new things, and they want to learn more about what to say, okay, cyber security. Just imagine they want to learn more about the cyber security. What the attacker will do, attacker will create some sort of phishing link and they will send it to the target, and they will make it note that, okay, so if you click on this link you will get some sort of content related to the cyber security. Okay, so what the target will do, they will click and they will install that. Okay, this is the normal scenario for normal people. Okay, and so there is some sort of phishing site like, so they will post it in the Instagram, they will post it in the LinkedIn. So what we do, we'll just click and we'll give all the informations. um, so we'll give the information like so register number, mobile ID, email, everything will give that. Okay, so then the attacker will got the details. Then what they will do, they will use this in the backend. Okay, so we are thinking that, okay, so we are once we click, if something my system got hacked, they will use the camera, they will access my entire system mobile, they will take some of the data. Not only that they will do, they will take your information. For example, what if you are filling some basic forms, okay, so like you are giving some your pan card, your Aadhaar card details, something there, okay. So but you feel that okay, my system not my mobile not get hacked, so only I got to give those details. That is also a bit problem. Using that, they can use your name for this some sort of malicious activity, then you only got affected. Okay, so phishing is not like a only the way. So there's a different sort of things. I'll just give you some real time example. So there is a organization. I don't want to specify that organization name. So what if the organization real time scenario? We'll just build a real time scenario instead of saying some real concept. That will not a good. So I'll create some real time scenario. So in your organization there is an employee A. Just imagine there is an employee called A. Where is that? Okay, so employee we have, sorry, we have employee A. Okay, so this employee is working for one of the company. Okay, so you just consider B is the company, he is working for this company. What this company is doing, they are giving this employee to C company. Okay, this guy is working for C company. Okay, so what happened? So this guy will have the all the details about the C company. Okay, there is a H person. Okay, calling over the phone, and he's saying that okay, I'm your company manager. Okay, just give me the email details or else something, contact number. I mean, they will try to get the contact number like key person, not just like they will get some of the employee details. They will get details about the contact key person in the sense they have all the authorities and they have most of the project detail, and they know what actually running in the organization. So they are called the key persons. They will collect the key person information. Okay, so if this guy is calling and asking something related to the key person, even though, so this guy, I mean, if suppose if this guy don't know about who's this and he's believing that okay, he or she is my manager. Okay, if this guy believe and give those informations, right, what happened, the data got lost. Okay, so the if this organizations come to know about that, okay, if the C organization come to know about that, okay, the A employee who is working for under the B, okay, this guy given some sort of C employee detail to H person. So if this C companies come to know that, they will uh, file the lawsuit, and they will um, I mean, ask for the losses. Okay, they'll ask some payment for the losses. Um, it's maybe around lakhs, not like a thousands. Even though it is a email ID and contact number, because that is a key person. Even that simple information also got leaked from the organization. That will create a huge impact. The organization need to pay some amount for that losses in the lakhs. Okay, even it's one, two, three, 10 email IDs, one email IDs, even though they need to pay. So that's why what organization will do, they will create a phishing campaign. In real world, we see some of the phishing attacks, something different. So we have some sort of tool. If we go to the internet, we see some sort of tools like we see phishing tool. Phishing tool. If we give like this, you see a number of phishing tool attacks, phishing tools. Even if you go to the YouTube, you'll see a number of tools there. Okay, so actually will not use this sort of tool for the phishing campaign in the organizations. In organization, what they will do, they will use some sort of specific tools. Okay, so that's called Go Fisher GitHub. Okay, this is the tool we use for the social engineering attack. I mean phishing attacks. Okay, so what using this tool, what the team, I mean, say cybersecurity expert will do, they will create a platform related to the, for example, if your target having some sort of platform. Okay, so first we need to analyze the entire information about the target, like what type of applications they are using. Most, I mean, in that, if you see that there are 4 5 applications are there, we need to identify which application is they are using more regularly. Okay, which application they are using regularly. That sort of information we need. Okay, because we will create the application similar to that, and we'll collect some sort of email id from the target, and we'll send that uh, phishing link to the target person with the help of this go fisher. Okay, and even though if you use this is that fisher, this and all will not work for the organization level. Sure, it will not work even though if you send this link, right? Even though you can't get some entry level also, you can't even entry over the, if you're sending something over the email, right? The email id itself will block. And they will because there is a team for email security, they will read every email and they will see which input is I mean, if there is any malicious input, they will block that. Even some of these endpoint itself block this type of site, so we can't use any phishing tools like z fishers, and there are so much of phishing tools we can't use like that. Okay, we use the go fisher. The reason why we are using the go fisher, using this we need to do some sort of setups. Okay, so you need to use this framework. You have a place to create something similar to that application. Okay, first I'll try to show that. Go fisher. So you'll get a dashboard like this. So this is the Go Fisher platform dashboard, and I'll show you how to install this by tomorrow. First, I will explain what is Go Fisher and what things you can do with the Go Fisher. Okay. So this is like a Go Fisher dashboard. Okay, so here you have the option to launch the applications, and you can connect with some sort of domain name. And you are, even though you need to, and some, if you are sending some phishing link, right? So you have some sort of IP. That IP will connect it to the domain name, because anyhow this Go Fisher you will run on some sort of servers. So in server you have some IP. Okay, so for you, I will show you that AWS platform. Where is that AWS? Okay, aws.amazon.com. So just create, not create, have a sign into the console. Okay, so you see that EC2 instance here. Okay, so you see that. So not here. Okay, once I click here, I can see the IP address of this server. Okay, so what happened? This IP will connect with some domain name. Okay, if you have some company name called ABC, I'll give ABCD. Okay, I'll create buy that domain, or else you buy only abc.com. I'll purchase abc.in. Similar to your same website, I'll buy and I will connect that domain name with this IP. Okay, so if I send that domain name to your to you over the email, so what do you think? You see abc dot. Okay, so you will not consider .com .in. Some of them will think, okay, this is the normal way they for. I mean, recently our organization purchased some of the link in the .in, so they will click and they will fill all the details. Okay, so once they fill all the details, I can able to see from here, okay, who filled this detail, how many of them are filled the details, what details they have given, everything I can able to see here. Okay, so this much level we need to do some hard work to do the phishing campaign. It's not just like using some z fisher to get some social media link, because social media just like, okay, so for us it's fine. For us to do some sort of basic, some basic things, we can use some sort of tools, z fisher and other phishing tools. Okay, when we are targeting for the some of the company, when we are working for the some of the phishing campaign for conducting phishing campaign for some organization, that time that will not work. Even though sometime what happen, this IP will get blocked, they will block some sort of IP. They will feel that that is a suspicious IP. Okay, you need to find which IP is not get will not get blocked. Everything you need to do analysis. Okay, then only you can create some phishing website. And that website, whatever the data you're getting on that website, sometimes there is a chance you can able to control the entire system, entire network. Because what happened, so that application maybe the you are creating some phishing application, right? That application is a regular usage, that is like some sort of firewall detail, some sort of firewall, um what to say, firewall home page, login page, or else some AD login page. Okay, so the customer is AD login page. So if you create same like that, if they are giving some same detail, what they will use in the original site, they are giving as an input on that particular fake page, you will get that. If you get that detail, sure, you have an possibility to access the entire network and you can control their entire system. Even though if they are in the work from home, you can change their password. So much of things you can able to do the phishing things. Here we are just working for the getting Facebook username password, Instagram username password. But if the organization got affected, then there's a huge data losses. Okay, so they will work like this. Okay, so I will show you how we can able to create the GoFisher. um, how you can able to install this GoFisher. I'll explain this. Which link you want? I don't know. It's showing me the name Vivo. So what link you need? Okay. So if you want to, what to say? So the pathway, if you want, see, that's why I'm saying first thing is like try to understand about the network. Okay, so in the network, you just once you understand the network, you will get the idea about what is actually the IP and how it's working. I mean, just don't understand like, so okay, this is the IP, this is the firewall, not like that. You need to correlate with each everything. If there is a, if you are learning about the IP, just understand where and all IP you can use, what type of activities you can use with the help of IP. And what is next, you need to understand what is firewall. So what is the how the firewall will work, how the firewall will respond, how the firewall will detect whether this is a suspicious or normal file, and what are the types of firewalls are there. So what is the difference between that different types of firewalls models, everything you need to understand. Then understand about the operating system, operating in a system in the sense, so this is the network. Then understand about the OS. So just understand Windows and Linux operating system. In this, you have some sort of what to say, services. Okay, just not like what is Windows, what is Linux, not like that. You need to understand what and all the services are there. Services in the sense, you have HTTP, then you have HTTPS, FTP, SSS, this and all the services. Okay, what actually this services will do. So if someone attack the services, what type of data they will get, this and all the things you need to understand. Services just not like, okay, HTTP, this is for website, HTTPS, this is for website with secure communication, not like that. So you need to understand how you can configure this. So what type of, I mean, what changes I can do for the do in the configuration file for each and every services. That everything you should understand. Then only we can say we are good in the operating system. Okay, so you should must know about this all the things. Then you can able to understand about the network attacks. Okay, other than that, we can't able to understand I mean, if you want to understand about the network level of attack, first network, then operating system, then you will understand about the network. Okay, so for if you want to learn about the web, okay, so you want to learn about the web, then what you need to understand. Actually, the same thing I have explained few minutes before. Anyhow, I think that okay, so by while saying in the word, I mean, instead of saying, so if I make it no typing in the notepad, you guys will easily understand. That's why I'm typing here. So understanding the application, I mean application type. Okay, so type of application we have medical. Okay, then we have e-com site. Then we have what to say, mm, finance. So then we have another what I mean manufacturing. Okay, so I just give man. Okay, so we have different type of in the industries. Each industry have different type of applications. So in the application, in the sense what I'm meaning that. So you need to understand. Okay, so medical application, how they will create, how many application they need to create. So that things you need to understand. For finance industry, okay, so they are creating one of the application for the customer side login. They are creating one of the application for the admin login. They are creating one of the application for the employee based login. So we have different types of login, what data they will get. So this is the application type, so we need to understand in that way. So then understand about the basic basic understanding of mm, code. Okay, so how the code will logic will be. So while they are creating some sort of application, so they use some sort of code. Someone will use Java, someone will use ASP.NET, someone will use PHP. So in that time, you should know, okay, if they are using Java, okay, so what are the files we consider as a sensitive files? If that files we got, what we can able to do. If they are using Python, same way. So what are the files we consider as a sensitive? What things we can able to do with the help of that files. So if they are using ASP.NET, the same way we need to understand that. So that is the application and a basic understanding of the code. Okay, so then you need to understand the logic. Okay, so if there is a input place, how they will create by default and different between that language, right? So if you are using ASP.NET, if you use a Python, so same thing, you will create some input place, right? So while creating that input place, how the developer will code that applications. So sometime what happened, so there is a one of the file, just think that this is a.html. Okay, so this file they will create for the form. Okay, so they will create for the form. For this form, they will create some sort of JS file. Okay, so and they will implement that particular JS file in this HTML somewhere in the form field. Okay, the reason is like, so the in the JS field they will mention that what on the input should be taken, what on the input should not taken that. Okay, so if you're getting some application code program files, you can, if there is a possible to download that. First you need to check the JS file, you need to understand the how the logic is, then you need to understand the backend file. Once you they click on submit form, what happening in the backend, how the data is transferred to the backend to the server, and how the queries instructing to the database to store, and how it's instructing the query to check whether the file, I mean username is there or not. So that every logic will be that, that all logic we need to understand. So then only what we can do, we can able to perform better in the web application. Okay, so this is the way we can able to work for the network attack, work for the web application attack. To practice, just go with the I mean bug bounty platform, and you can go with the hacker one site, like a hacker one, Bugcrowd. We have different site of site for bug bounties. Okay, you can use that application to improve your skills. And instead of going directly working on the bug bounty, someone feels like okay, it's feeling very hard, I'm not able to understand the scenarios. Instead of that, just focus only on the what to say, mm, okay, so before going that, after understanding all the things, read about OWSP top 10. Okay, so once you read this, so you'll see, you will understand. Okay, so based on the application, how you need to perform the testing, you will you come to know that. So after this, just work on the bug bounty. If you got some application, right, abc.com, if you got some application, don't focus like, okay, I need to get a bounty, I need to see my name in the hall of fame. Don't focus like that. Just first you just focused on that, okay, whether you can able to identify any findings. Because in bug bounty platform you see that there is a scope, there is a out of scope part. So mostly what we do, only we focus on the scope part, because once you get provide the findings in the scope part, then only you will get the bounties, otherwise we will not get. Okay, so most of them are think that, okay, I need to give the findings in the specifically on the what to say scope part. Okay, don't focus on that. Just once you got the site, try to identify whether you can able to do some sort of analysis and you are getting some successful findings. Even though if it is in the out of scope, don't report it. Just try to understand and you just see the success, how you are getting the output. Okay, so once you do the practice on that with the help of this OWSP top 10 checklist, then you can go with the focus on the, once you do complete practice and you go, you're getting successful response for from the OWSP top 10 checklist, right? Then you try only on the scope part. Okay, then because once you know complete logic, everything, then easily you can able to work on the bug bounty. So this is the way you can able to go. Okay, yeah, notes I will share. So attendance link already in the group. I think from there you can able to get the attendance link. Okay, so this is the pathway. So tomorrow I'll show you that about the WannaCry practically, and I'll show you that Go Fisher also, how to install and how you can able to create some sort of files. Okay, in that Go Fisher, then I'll show DOS attack and how we can able to perform the DOS attack. Everything I will show you in the tomorrow. I mean tomorrow completely based out of practical. So today I thought of like showing WannaCry and Go Fisher, but it's Windows 7 is not allowing me to install that application. So anyhow, I will make it clear by tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'll show you that how we can able to work with the, I mean recovery from the ransomware attack. Okay, so I'll install that ransomware file and I'll show you how to get back your system. Okay, so if you guys have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, so I thought of everyone are clear in the today topics. Anyhow, few of them have confusion on the phishing. Um, what to say that? So because phishing, we need to use the Go Fisher. So that once I show that, you will got an idea how we can able to perform the um, phishing attack for some of the. I mean, how the organization will do phishing campaign, not a phishing attack, phishing campaign. Okay, how they will conduct. Okay, because every is that fisher that and all, everyone will know that. So fishing campaign is bit different from what we are doing and what are the tools we are using for the fishing, right? Completely different from that one. So that's why I'll show you how we can perform the fishing campaign. Okay, fine. So I think today we are good to go. So if you guys have any doubts, you can drop me, or else we can conclude the session for the today. I think Shushmita is the hello. Shushmita, can you able to hear me? Hello, Umesh. Hello. I think you are on mute, Umesh. But still, I can able to see the name. Then who is the person? Yeah. So I think we are good to go for the today. Oh, okay, fine, fine. So we are good to for please. Yeah, we are good to go for the today class. We can conclude the session. So tomorrow we'll see some continuity of this to today session. Okay, I think. Yeah. So okay, guys. Today we I mean end the sessions and we'll continue by tomorrow. Yeah, I think I mean they have some sound problem. I think he's having some sound issue. No problem. I think we can end the session for today.